This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Hey, Rubes, this football season, Bell Bank is giving one listener, KFAN, each week $1,000 to pay it forward to a charity of their choice. Head over to KFAN.com, keyword contest, to learn more and enter today. That's KFAN.com, keyword contest.
All right, welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. Let's dive into Fan 5, but we're going to quickly transition to something else. And Sauce, the hotline is ringing.
Oh, yeah,
so
perfect.
This might be perfect or terrible timing. Shall we see?
Sure.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by Builders and Remodelers.
Thanks to Builders and Remodelers. Let's see who's on the hotline. Good morning, Power Trip Morning Show.
Hey, what's up? What's going on? How are you?
Good morning. Perfect timing. I don't know if you were listening to the Power Trip Morning Show, but this is perfect timing because do you have any idea what we're about to do?
It sounded like Fan 5, and I don't know. I just got a text from Chauncey Billups telling me that he's not going to be able to meet us in Planet Hollywood tomorrow. So
no,
it woke me up.
Chauncey will not be there. Terry Rozier will not be there. No, we just referenced right before the break, Chris, that yesterday on Twitter I saw Sauce about to watch Chad Powers, but then I never saw a review, and I couldn't tell if he was trolling and just took a screenshot of him on the homepage there at Hulu. Sauce, did you in fact watch Hulu's Chad Powers?
We did.
Oh, we did.
Kelly and I watched it.
You even got Kel to sit down and watch it?
Kelly and I watched it because I wanted to get somebody's
unbiased
opinion on it. Because
she'll have an open mind.
Because Hawkey is right. A lot of us, when he says something is good, we immediately think it's bad. And that is unfair to Hawk.
Mm-hmm. So Kelly is unbiased.
Yes. Kelly got up 30 minutes in and 20 minutes in and walked out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not going to watch any more of it. The first episode is awful. It may get better, but like the mascot bit, it just fills parts quickly instead of like, I think it's only a half hour. I don't know how many episodes it is.
What do you mean fills parts?
Like it gets to points quicker than like building the story. Like how he becomes Chad Powers is unbelievably weird. It's just, he hung up. Did he hang up? It's terrible. It's terrible.
He just hung up.
Yeah, it's terrible. But Kelly, who watched it, who doesn't have an unbiased opinion on it.
Percent chance he calls back.
0.
He just hung up.
I'm trying to be nice.
You're on his list now. Tomorrow in Vegas is going to be rough. Oh, no.
It's awful.
Awful?
It's like, I'm sorry. I didn't want to review it because I didn't want to make him mad.
He hung up on you.
It's horrible. He gets pepper sprayed, and then the mascot takes the head of the mascot off and then says, "Are you so-and-so? What are you doing here?" "Oh, I can help." And then he automatically has all these things to disguise him.
Hang on, he called back.
Okay.
He called back. Hi, Chris.
I threw my phone across the room.
I'm sorry, Hawk. I love you dearly. It's bad. The first episode was bad. I didn't watch any more of it.
You guys are way smarter than me, and you all have such high taste because I'm just a hillbilly hick from Nowheresville, Indiana, and I don't have good taste, and you guys have highbrow humor, and I like stupid things, and I get it, but keep telling me more, smarty pants. Tell me about the intelligence and how dumb it is, and go ahead and tell me more. Go ahead.
So what did Kelly say? She didn't survive the whole first episode, but she walked away because what?
She said it was terrible.
It's hard to watch something that with somebody who's already decided they don't like it. I understand. I get it. I wouldn't want to sit beside you either.
And you are correct. That's why I asked her for her opinion. It wouldn't have mattered. If it was the best comedy of all time, I already have a disdain for it, so I'm a tough critic. Hulu, whoever canceled your Hulu, Corey, did you a favor.
That's fine. No, it's good. It's good. It's completely good. It's good. No, it's good. I should have known better. I should have known better. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I didn't write it. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not Chad Powers. the entire, the entire rest of the world is wrong too. Everybody loves it, but not the smart guys, not the geniuses of the Power Trip Morning Show, not Martin Scorsese and David Spielberg. Nope, no, not you guys.
It's his cousin.
Oh,
yeah. We've mentioned multiple times that we all love the show Task, and I would admit that the first episode is the slowest. Right? It's. I still think it's very good, but it's the slowest of the 7. It's setting up the whole story. Sauce, you just admitted you will not go back to Chad Powers.
Probably not.
No,
Chris.
that's fine. You shouldn't, George Carlin. You shouldn't. Comedy. You shouldn't.
Does it get better? Should he continue?
I thought the first episode was very good. I thought the first episode was very good.
Did you think
it set it up really, really well.
Did you think the mascot thing was funny? Because he seems to be hung up on some mascot bit.
The mascot's like the key part of it. The mascot. Without the mascot, there's no show.
Correct.
Oh,
but it's fine. You know what? I'm glad you don't find joy in it. I'm glad you're a miserable prick. Go ahead, it's cool. It's fine. I think you all. It's completely fine. I'm glad you guys are miserable. It's good. Don't take joy in things. It's fine. It's good. And I'm glad it's 6 a.m. and I woke up to talk to you guys. It makes perfect sense to me. It's great. I'm glad I'm driving all the way to 14 hours to be with you guys tomorrow. I can't wait. It's going to be the best time ever. We're going to have a lot of fun.
You're on his list.
Great.
You're on his list now. Uh-oh.
Well, at least I watched it.
I tried to. My Hulu account was inactive.
Oh, my
I tried to watch
You know what? I hope your Hulu account burns your house down. It's fine. I hope that you never get a chance to watch it. I hope that Chad Powers and I become best friends, or whoever the guy who plays it, and he wins Oscars and Emmys, and that he hears the show and decides you guys aren't worthy of him. I hope that he's best friends with Josh Duhamel, and Josh and I hang out, and we all become best friends. I never tell you guys. I hope that I get to go to Vegas and run into all of them, and we go have a party together. And I'm just going to call you guys and say, hey, we'd love to invite you, but you don't understand humor because you're too highbrow for this party. That's what I hope. I hope you guys understand how lowbrow you are.
Yeah, as you guys have mentioned, Chad Powers has a connection to Raising Cane's, right? They're doing like commercials with each other or whatever. They're promoting the show.
Oh, you're not allowed to like Raising Cane's anymore.
Can you imagine? No, again, I'm not in Sauce's camp yet. I haven't seen it. I haven't gotten a chance to crap on it yet. But
you're not allowed to watch it.
Sauce, will you give me whatever it costs for a month of Hulu to make me watch it? Will you pay the $22 or $24 so I can get my Hulu back up and running and watch Chad Powers?
Yes.
You would pay me to do it.
Yeah, because I want him. I don't want him just mad at me. I don't like when he's just.
See,
mad
it might be worth me never watching it just so he's mad at just you. Because I was going to watch it with an open mind, as much as my mind can be open for Chad Powers. But I was going to give it a shot.
There's no such thing as open mind. It would take. I don't even know what kind of crowbar or juice or any. I have no idea what would open your mind. There's no such thing, and his mind over there has already been closed, and you have the key to his mind. So you would not open his mind because you already closed it for him.
Sauce, if I watch Chad Powers, Sauce,
yes,
and I watch the whole season, and I freaking love it, and I say, dude, the first episode's the worst. It gets better. It finds its voice. You got to keep going.
It wasn't.
Would you watch it?
No.
Even if I said, dude, Chris is right. It's a home run. You just got to get past the first episode or two.
No.
You wouldn't go back?
No.
Wow, you don't even trust me now?
Because a half hour of his time is so valuable.
No, it's not that.
Yeah, you can't. You can't waste time. You got to read War and Peace. You got real things to do. You got to watch. Listen to the latest Dave Matthews album and write down the lyrics and tattoo them on your leg. You've got things to do that are brows that are real high brows.
Hey, Chris,
don't come down here in the gutter with us hillbillies.
This is a true story, and Chris can back me up on this, and Zach can as well. We were all in Abbott's office a couple days ago, and that the book, A Season on the Drink.
Yeah.
Right? Pat Harris gave you a copy of the book. You were holding the book upside down in Abbott's office when you said, I'm going to read this, and all of us realized you had it upside down in your hands.
I had it upside down on purpose, yeah.
Well, either way.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to read that book, and I don't think you're reading War and Peace.
No, probably not. I'll read that book.
Top to bottom, left to right?
Yes.
By
the way, you have time, dude.
Parrish and Zach failed to make their Survivor picks.
I'm worried, man. I got hacked. I can't log into my account.
Didn't we change the time to like 7 p.m.? I thought we changed it.
I thought we did too, but
No, I don't think we did. I thought we all agreed on it via text.
I thought we agreed to bump it closer to the Thursday night football game. This thing's botched. We keep botching this stuff.
I made
Not botched.
I made just in
Hawk
case
made his
picks.
pick. I made mine.
No, I'm out. Whatever. I swear to God, I made a pick and I can't even log into my account.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, God. Chauncey Billups hacked his account so he loses his survivor pool.
What the hell changed
We're
my
not
password?
shocked Parrish didn't make one.
On the flip side, Christopher, so I saw on social media last night, you saw the Wombats. Can you tell us how you threw a dart and found that band?
They're playing literally like almost completely downstairs from the hotel that I'm laying in right now. And I just was walking by, and there was a long line waiting to go in. We're staying at a place called LA Live, and it's right where the Lakers play. Like the arena's right there, and then you got LA Live, and you got all these different cool things. It kind of feels like Block E if Block E had worked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I walked by, and I had nothing else to do, and so I listened to their music, and I kind of dug it, so I bought a ticket and went to the G8 and watched it, and it was a really good concert. Man, it was fun. It was fun to find a band like that, especially on a Wednesday night in LA. Didn't expect that at all. Had no idea.
What kind of music?
And, all I was going to do anyway was just come back and watch the greatest comedy of all time, Chad Powers, for the second time. I figured I'd just start at the beginning and watch the whole thing, but instead I watched the Wombats, and it was good.
What kind of vibe? What do they play?
I'm trying to think of a band. Very 90s feeling, maybe early 2000s feeling. Maybe, I guess the closest thing you could say is Oasis, only if they were having fun playing music.
Is it like the Arctic Monkeys?
Like alt?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Corey.
Why? Don't be mad at
I'm
me.
sorry. I'm talking to Corey. I'm sorry. I can't even. Who was that? Who was just talking, Corey? Did you hear a voice just now?
Gene Siskel.
Yeah, Gene Siskel
It's something more like Gene Simmons.
from Kills.
You're on his list.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's over
Yeah.
for you.
It's a list of one. No, there's only one
that's
person on the list. One.
Well,
Et
that's
tu,
sad.
Sase?
I don't want to be
Et
on
tu.
your list. I don't know what that means.
You hated the trailer so much that you didn't even want to like the pilot.
Yeah.
Because the trailer 6 months ago pissed you off so much.
Yeah.
How much of this has to do with your hatred of the Mannings? Is it 20%? 10%?
I don't think it has anything to do with anything. I just didn't find it good.
But if it
Corey, what happened is he had to decide on his way into work this morning, do I want Corey to think I'm cool or Hawkey to think I'm cool?
Well,
And it's way more important that you think he's cool. So he said, I don't like it. That's what happened.
Here's the problem, Paul.
You know what? I know how it is.
Yeah.
I get it.
The problem,
It's
Paul,
okay.
is whether you like Chad Powers or not, it's not going to change my opinion on whether or not I think you're cool. You know?
no, I get it.
You know, it's not going to help.
See, Sus, he's not going to like you either way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see?
now
You
Keith
can
gets
try
it.
all you want.
I screwed it up. Now neither
Yeah.
of you like me.
You loved Task as much as I did. It
I
didn't
love
change my
Task.
opinion of you at all.
Yeah.
Didn't help one
You know
bit.
what happened, Sus?
I
You
fell
know what
apart.
happened? Corey, can I tell you what happened? I'm
Go
not
for
talking
it.
to him. Will you relay this to him?
Sure.
Yeah.
So he had this homely, I admit, I'm a homely girlfriend. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to say that. I'm his homely boyfriend. Okay? But I love him. You know, and I treat him well, and I make him dinner. He eats a lot. You know, I buy him new hats for that giant head of his, but I'm not attractive. I admit it. I'm a 4, but I'm such a good boyfriend that I'm a 7. You know, that kind of thing. You get what I'm saying, right? Mm-hmm. And then here you come with your giant zonkers, right? Just every physical trait, exactly what he always wanted. But you treat him like dirt. You just treat him like dirt. But you know what? He's got the homely guy at home waiting on him, making him breakfast, even though it's dinner time for the 4th time. And there you were, making eyeballs at him, showing him your nuts. And suddenly he forgot all about love, and he just went for the giant zonkers. And here I am, homely Hawkey, the hillbilly.
So what you're saying is, I look like Glenn Powell, you look like Chad Powers.
Oh.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I get it.
And
Full
I'm
circle.
going to be here. I'm going to be here. You know what? I'm back. I'm talking to you again now, Mitos kid. You know what?
Hi.
I'm going to be here for you, buddy. It's okay.
Well, I appreciate that.
I'm going to be here.
Why don't you guys just
I'm gonna
hook
be
up
here.
in Vegas and make up?
We're in the same room.
He's bad for you, Hawk. Don't go back.
No, I'm
Thank
not.
you for saying that, Zach. But you know, I can't resist them.
Can't quit you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Thank
I was
you.
going to say that, but it felt too real.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I'm always here for you.
All right, dude.
Okay.
Dude, have fun tonight at the game. Drive safely from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, Nevada, and we'll see you at, 2:30, maybe 3 in the morning? Something like that. That's going to be nuts.
I think so, yeah. Yep. I was talking to Spencer. He's all set. He's got her gassed up, and as long as we can get out of there with that traffic, we'll be on our way, and it's going to be, it's like The Hangover Part 4.
Yeah.
Which I know you guys hated all the Hangover movies, too, because of the highbrow humor.
Kevin Gord saw the second one twice opening weekend.
I know. You know what? I like Kevin Gord.
I love
and Kevin
Kevin
Gord
Gord.
likes me.
What snacks you bringing
Whoa.
for a road trip?
I haven't met any ladies here yet.
Snacks.
Oh. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Maybe some Nilla wafers.
Well, good choice. All right, dude. See you tomorrow morning.
Whatever.
There you
Love
go.
you, bye.
Tom Pelissero, thanks to Bell Bank. After this, Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
The Fan.
We mentioned last segment, Bell Bank, pay it forward, $1,000 each week. Learn more details on that, KFAN.com, keyword contest to potentially win an opportunity to give $1,000 to a charity of your choice. And this week's winner, Sarah Carells, she chose Epilepsy Foundation of Minnesota, who empowers Minnesotans impacted by epilepsy through support, education, connection, and advocacy so no one faces epilepsy alone.
All right, well said. Let's get to Bell Bank and Tom Pelissero.com. Tom Pelissero joins every Thursday during the football season. You can listen to him on our show. You can also watch him on the NFL Network, and you can also watch him right now on KFAN.com/watch. Good morning, Tom. How are you?
Wonderful, Corey. How are you?
Fantastic. All right, let's go with the breaking news, and then let's swing it back to the NFL. This Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier story. We mentioned when the story broke a little bit ago that after the Jonte Porter story about potentially him altering his own games, underperforming or overperforming with those player props, there was like some kind of weird national pushback going, this is the problem, not necessarily sports gambling, but individual prop betting is a problem because that's the easiest thing to manipulate. All you need is one player to say, all right, I only have 20 yards. I'm just going to act like I have a knee injury, and I'll sit out the rest of the game. And then everybody that I told to hammer the under is going to have this work out in their favor. That's the easiest thing to manipulate. So there was this pushback going, all right, this is what needs to be squashed. We got to find a way to minimize this. We mentioned it's swinging the other way. These predictive markets are blowing up. Everybody likes betting on anything that can possibly be bet on. And now it looks like Terry Rozier's in big trouble for potentially this, and the Chauncey Billups thing is poker-related and possibly mob ties. It's crazy. But what is the NFL's plan moving forward with prop bets and watching this case unfold? Do you have any idea what their long-term plan is to make sure this does not infiltrate the NFL more than it already maybe has?
Well, I would start by saying that there are a lot of different things that the NFL's already done over a number of years to try to be proactive in terms of, preventing anything like this from happening to the best degree that you can. Listen, people can make mistakes. And when that's happened, the NFL has come down hard. The rules have evolved in terms of, what players are allowed to do. You remember there was a series of suspensions a couple of years ago involving players who were betting on other sports, but they were doing it from the team facility, from in the locker room, which is against the rules. Those players got suspended. Jamison Williams was suspended at length. Calvin Ridley was suspended for an entire season for placing bets or, combinations of different game results while they weren't playing, but it was still a violation. And there was this huge, pushback, at least what I saw from fans. I know that social media response is a terrible way to judge the public's feelings on anything, but people just going, oh, it's gambling. Everybody gambles. It's like, this is literally the issue, which is if you, for instance, develop gambling debts, and then you might be under pressure from the people that you may have placed those bets with, and they have potential undue influence over you. The NFL coming down as hard as they did on a Calvin Ridley, for placing the bet on, hey, I'm on injured reserve. Who cares? I'm betting 3 different games, including the Falcons. I'm betting on them to win. I'm not even playing in the game. Well, you're still in the locker room. You're in the training room, and you might have information. Though that's a bright line. And, I know that the NFL and the NFL Players Association have gone back and forth in terms of the difference between betting on NFL football in any capacity versus placing bets on other sports. They've lowered the disciplinary rates for things that don't involve the NFL, but they've strengthened what would happen if you're betting on NFL games. And so, the Terry Rozier case is not new. I mean, this has been going on for 2 years. I was reminded, that there were stories out last summer involving, a high level of suspicious betting surrounding, his individual, basically people betting the under at a bunch of different sports books across several different states. The NBA at the time did a investigation. Obviously, the government had done an investigation. There was no, wrongdoing found, as implausible as that might seem, and the bettors actually cashed out those tickets. So now the fact that the FBI has become involved is obviously something on, a different level entirely here. In terms of Chauncey Billups, getting allegedly, and this is all, allegations, but allegedly being involved in illegal poker games. This is not, when you're talking about these types of things that draw the ire of the federal government, you're not talking about, you and your buddies going and playing in the basement, for, $5 raises. This is like, if you have an entity that is skimming off the top, paying an entry fee, those are the things that make that illegal. I don't think that anybody is naive enough to think that there's not, professional athletes who gamble. They've got a lot of money. And in the case of NBA players in particular, they got a lot of downtime. I think that that's one thing that, none of this insulates NFL players from anything, but there's no 10-day West Coast road trips in the NFL. You go in, you go out. Occasionally to Europe, you might go for several days. The Vikings just did, obviously, a longer stint. But by and large, you're flying in on a Saturday, you're flying out on a Sunday. There's much less time for you to get in trouble. There's much less idle time that you have. And so, what the NFL has done is discipline the players who have run afoul of the process. They've done extensive education, including, and this is an important point that goes across all sports, the sports books are required to flag anybody that they see that's a professional athlete or that they think is suspiciously tied to a professional athlete. They flag it. If you sign up for a book as Calvin Ridley did under your own name, it's immediately flagged. Wow. There's a 100% chance of you getting busted. And so they've tried to make that clear. The NFL to this point has steered clear of, anything rising to the level of what's alleged here against Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups. But the NFL's not naive to the reality that, things can always happen. It only takes one person to, get themselves in trouble. Roger Goodell said this years ago, back before the NFL had fully embraced legal gambling, which was, the biggest thing is we want people to know that what they're seeing is real. We don't want every fumble, every penalty to be subject to scrutiny that maybe there's something untoward happening here. If that happens, that can potentially impugn the integrity of games. I'm already seeing people with the supercuts of Terry Rozier turning the ball over, bricking threes and all that stuff. That's the last thing you want is anybody going back and doing that. I would also say one more thing, which is it's probably easier for NBA players to manipulate, whether it's game results, over-unders, their own personal props, because, you individually can make a mistake. The NFL, it's a lot harder because you got 22 guys and all the parts fit together. Yeah, quarterback, could just throw a bunch of incompletions or interceptions, but for a lot of the players, it's harder to do that. But certainly this is a concern for everybody, and I would fully anticipate in every NFL building, NFL security people are going to be making presentations going, guys, we know we've told you 100 times, but if you ever wondered what can happen, look at what's happening in the NBA right now.
Hey, Tom, earlier on your network, the NFL Network, Ian Rappaport was talking about some of the things that we can expect tonight in the game. And Vikings-wise, he said there's a very realistic chance of Aaron Jones playing. And Christian Darrisaw has significant soreness in his knee, is what he reported. What do you know about the significance of that soreness? And are the Vikings going to be down both their tackles tonight with Brian O'Neill only practicing in a limited fashion yesterday?
The unique thing, Sauce, about these Thursday night games is, number one, you have far less recovery time than you do Sunday to Sunday. And for Christian Darrisaw, who had not played 100% of the snaps until this past Sunday, now you're asking him to come back from that 4 days later and be able to go out there and play again against the Chargers. The other thing that's unique is, as much as, sometimes it's like, well, it's a game day decision, and teams will say that on a Friday, and they probably already know on Friday or at latest Saturday morning. With Thursdays, a lot of times those final calls are made on the day of the game, particularly when you're talking about guys getting on a 4-hour flight, going across 2 time zones. How do they wake up feeling? Are they dealing with any types of swelling? So in all those cases, I believe that Ian's accurate in terms of, Aaron Jones, they what's the split in the backfield? What's his role? I don't know. But it does seem like he's got a chance to play tonight. And with Darrisaw as well as O'Neal, it's going to be a matter of, how are they feeling pregame? I don't know if they're going to put him through a pregame workout or not. Some of those are conversations with the medical staff that happen during the course of the day. Clearly, if one or both those guys are out, that is not an ideal situation against a Chargers team that's pretty good on both sides of the ball. But we'll get final answers sometime by this afternoon.
The NFL trade deadline is a week from Tuesday. The Vikings are obviously on the road against the Chargers tonight. They play the Lions, who will be coming off a bye next Sunday. We've already seen like the 0-7 Jets have probably players that are available. And then we saw earlier this week that Dallas made a move for Max Crosby and the Raiders said no. We talk about it all the time this time of year, Tom, and you always say it's real tough to trade a big piece. Do you expect any big pieces to be traded?
Well, let's start with Max Crosby, because I know that somebody floated into the internet world that the Cowboys were inquiring. My understanding is they never called.
Okay.
Obviously, it's Max Crosby, and you talk about who's available around the league. Every team is thinking about this stuff, but it's funny to me. Like, I'll talk to GMs, and sometimes they'll say things like, "You think this guy's available? Because if he's not, I don't even want to call because I'll just get yelled at by the other GM." Like, that's a real thing. You don't want to just, hey, you want to trade Patrick Mahomes? Like, you don't generally make calls like that. Max Crosby, I mean, he's the face of the Raiders. And they actually, after that social media post went out a couple of days ago, they called in Max and sat him down and were like, listen, there's stuff out there, like, none of this is happening. We're not trading you. We're not shopping you. Not happening. And Max is like, great, I want to be here. So I'm not anticipating that he's on the move. I know that there's been some weirdness, lingering really the entire season between A.J. Brown and the Eagles to this point. When Howie Roseman has gotten calls, he's told people, I'm not doing anything. I would think the only way that you would even consider trading an A.J. Brown or someone that caliber on a team that's the defending Super Bowl champs, and you fully expect you're going to come back and make another run at this thing. The only way would be if you think you can also acquire a comparable talent, and I just don't know that that's out there. I mentioned Calvin Ridley earlier, a guy who served a year-long gambling suspension. He's in Tennessee right now. That's a team that is they obviously fired their coach a week and a half ago. They're going to be looking for different ways that they can acquire draft capital. Is there somebody who's going to make an offer compelling enough that they would be willing to trade Calvin Ridley? I certainly think that's a possibility as this thing moves forward. They got a bunch of other guys, edge rushers, Draymond Jones, Arden Key, corner Roger McCreary, names that probably aren't as familiar with people, but all those guys, if you make the right offer, I would anticipate Tennessee. If you're not named Cam Ward or Jeff Simmons, they'll probably listen on everybody on the roster. The Jets at 0-7 clearly have a bunch of players that people might be interested in, including guys in contract years. Breece Hall's in a contract year. Quincy Williams is in a contract year. Alan Lazard's been available for 2 years. Could somebody call on Quinnen Williams? There's a bunch of different possibilities with the Jets. I don't get the sense that this is a fire sale and they're just going to break it up. They're trying to, build a culture and get this thing going in the right direction. But certainly I would anticipate the Jets would be, actively listening as we get closer to the deadline. And that's what a lot of this comes down to is, all right, the bad teams, are they going to move some of their best players? The Saints, from everything I've heard, have no interest in moving their frontline guys. Everyone's going to call on Chris Olave. I get no sense whatsoever that they are even willing to listen on him. The Raiders, clearly, again, not listening at all. No intention of trading Max Crosby. They're I've been flat out told by multiple people they are not going to trade Max. But, would they trade Jacoby Myers? Again, they're in a situation where you're trying to win some games and get something going in a positive direction here. If you trade your only veteran receiving threat, you put yourself in a tougher spot. But Jacoby Myers will be a guy who I anticipate will draw some interest here. There's going to be other teams. But, in terms of those big-time trades, I just, you never know. We've still got, 12 days here until the trade deadline. But you need that unique combination of a team that's going downhill, that knows they need to reboot, and is willing to trade some of their guys that they're not going to resign. You remember Washington did it a couple of years ago. They traded both their edge rushers, Chase Young and Montez Sweat, but they got significant draft capital for both those guys. I don't hear that anybody is in full fire sale mode, but we still got 2 more games to go, and the answers might be different when those calls are being made November 3rd and 4th.
All right, final question for Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network. Thanks to our friends at Bell Bank, and it's the big one, Tom, that everybody is investigating and trying to figure out. How do you read into the J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz situation? Because everybody's trying to guess that if you listen to what KOC has said this week, that if this had maybe been a Sunday game, that J.J. might have started. If that's the case, then does it almost matter at all how Carson Wentz performs tonight? Do you expect J.J. McCarthy to play a week and a half from now?
I expect might be a strong word, but certainly all the indications are pointing toward J.J. McCarthy being available for that game against the Lions. I think there's a bunch of different factors you have to take into account here. And, I know all the conspiracy theories and the soft benching and all that. The bottom line is this. The way that you ruin a young quarterback is you put him on the field if he's not healthy or he's not prepared. J.J. McCarthy at this point is neither. And I don't mean that pejoratively in terms of his preparedness. It's the reality that he hasn't had a full practice. He hasn't practiced on back-to-back days since before week 1. The ankle's getting close. He's clearly, very close to being able to do it. They want to make sure he's got all the movements available to him. And then the preparedness is going out and having a full week of practice. It wasn't realistic to say, after last week's game, and they put him through a workout, they at least were considering it, but on a short week, you don't even practice really. You might have sort of a practice on Tuesday, but it's not a full go type of practice. Off a long, the mini bye here, off a Thursday night game, you can get him a full week of practice and put him onto the field. I don't know, that we've seen anything to this point from Carson Wentz that makes you go, that guy's a clear upgrade over J.J. McCarthy. Boy, Carson Wentz is playing so well, you can't pull him off the field. Carson Wentz, for better or worse, he's not the only reason they lost to the Eagles last week, but he's definitely a reason why they lost to the Eagles last week. With J.J. McCarthy, he is a young quarterback who needs reps. Kevin O'Connell continues to do the hard thing, which is there's all this, furor over why isn't he playing, and people speculating. And I see the top bars every morning when I'm riding the Peloton about different debate shows, talking about, it's like, it's not that complicated. He doesn't think to this point the guy's been fully ready to go out there and play well and be in a groove. Coming off this game, again, never say never. JJ could have a setback. Carson could play lights out. There's all sorts of different scenarios here. But this has never been, to my understanding, a situation where they're going, well, Carson Wentz might be the quarterback. Like, he's a 30-something-year-old guy who's on a different team every year. He is a classic backup quarterback, and he's already played more games than you'd ideally like your backup quarterback to play. And, let the record show the Vikings right now, they are 1-0 in the division. It is not a division anybody is running away with. The Bears have won 4 in a row. The Packers right now have the best record in the NFC, but that's partly by virtue of a tie. The Lions look really good, but the Vikings are in this thing. So if you're going to make a run, you're going to need J.J. McCarthy to be on the upward slope. The way that you do that is get him in a position where he's ready to go out there and play really well. It seems like that is going to be next week against the Lions. And then we can actually judge J.J. McCarthy off what he's doing on the field, on TV, instead of what some dude on Twitter is saying he's doing in the training room.
You're the best. Please don't get arrested. Stay out of trouble.
Please.
Stop texting Terry Rozier. Yeah.
I think I'm just going to stay in the house today.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, get back on the Peloton.
I don't gamble, just for the record.
No, you don't.
I am barred.
What do you do on the Peloton? Do you do the classes? Do you do the scenic tours? Do you do what do you do?
I do the rides, the studio rides predominantly.
Who's your instructor?
Allie Love. She's been off for quite a while. Had a baby there, so waiting for her to come back. But other than that, Hannah Corbin. That's a good one.
Is that right?
Yeah, we have one of those. I don't know what it does.
Yeah, you sit on it and you're supposed to pedal, and it's supposed to be good for your cardiovascular health.
Got it. Okay.
Should look into it, man. It's working for Tom.
Yeah, we switched shoes on it, so I didn't buy new shoes. That's
you don't wear the same shoes as your wife?
That's it.
Yep. Tom, you're the best, surprised. Dude. See you, man.
See you guys.
All right. Tom Pelissero, NFL Network. Thanks to Bell Bank every Thursday on the Power Trip Morning Show.
Now it's time for headlines.
All right, this is impossible, but we're going to try this. Thanks to Wolf River Electric and WolfRiverElectric.com. Go solar in 2025 and beyond, like I did almost a year ago. Solar panels, it's the best. And Wolf River are awesome people. WolfRiverElectric.com. Zachary, you ready? This is impossible unless you're ready. Impossible. I'm asking for the trifecta. Mad Lib style, all right? Pay attention because I'm going to need you to fill in 3 blanks.
Ooh.
3.
Usually I only have to worry about 2.
Zach, your mic's on.
Just want to see if anybody gets even remotely close. Here we go. A guy in blank, that's a location, okay? A guy in blank was arrested for performing blank operations from his blank.
Oh,
Like I said, this is the trifecta. It's impossible. So a guy in blank, and that is a location where he lives in the world, okay?
Florida.
A guy in blank was arrested for performing blank operations from his blank.
Man.
Impossible, but let's see if anybody
Guy
gets in the ballpark.
Location is that like can I do a state or
Whatever you want.
let's go Florida.
Zach's going to say Florida.
Guy in
Sauce, where are you
Florida.
going for Mad Lib style? Where are you going?
Wisconsin.
All right, so Florida and Wisconsin are the guesses.
Yep.
Performing blank operations. Zach.
Man. Boob job.
Okay, you're going
Oh, that's not bad.
breast augmentation. Sauce.
I'm going to say he was performing some kind of like heart surgery.
You're going heart surgery in Wisconsin. Zach's going breast augmentation in Florida. And he was performing these operations from his blank. Zach?
I'm trying to think of a place that you wouldn't think is like it would be clean enough to where
Play along in your car.
garage.
You're going to go with the garage. So you're saying, this is like Clue, in the garage, in
Yes.
Florida, breast augmentation. Sauce, you have heart surgery in Wisconsin from his
Car.
car. You want to be more specific just for fun?
The back seat of his car.
Back seat of his car. What kind of car does this guy drive?
A Kia Telluride
Go and tell you
from
right.
Jeff Belzer and Blazer.
That's his nickname because he loves weed.
No, he's just a good dude.
A guy in Thailand was arrested for performing illegal penis enlargement surgeries from his 1990s Toyota Corolla.
Wow.
You got the car part right?
Yeah, it just sounded, the way you said it sounded like it would be something with a car.
So we got 1 out of 6. You got the car.
Yeah, don't perform illegal penis enlargement surgeries.
In Thailand in a
No,
90s
don't-
Toyota Corolla.
Don't do that.
Man, how do you even convince one
correct.
person to
Correct,
do that?
Sacco.
Like, nobody wants a bigger one than any of us, but I don't think any of us would do that, right?
I wouldn't get in the back of a 90s Toyota Corolla and be like, have at this thing.
In any country, let alone Thailand.
No.
Try this one. Power Trip Mad Libs. Here we go. A Turkish court ordered a man to pay his ex-wife damages
Okay.
after he saved her number in his phone's contact list as blank. What was her name in his phone? And somehow, I can't believe this went the way of the female in this case, but he was ordered to pay his ex-wife damages because her name in his phone was...
That bitch, Carol Baskin.
Yeah, the Wicked Witch. Was Zach right? That bitch, Carol Baskin.
Her name in his phone was Chubby.
Oh, that wasn't nice.
That's not nice at all.
Damages?
Come on.
Seems a little over the top, does it not?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Approximately
that's
what percent of employees in the United States of America last year said they took 0 vacation days?
Good question.
What percentage of employees claim they did not take a vacation day in 2024?
4%.
Yeah. 10?
This is depressing and partially unbelievable. I don't know if I believe this much. 23% claim
What?
they didn't take 1 day of PTO or a single vacation day. 23%.
Really?
I don't know how that's possible. Because, like, that's 1 in 5 people in the country, right?
Between 1 and 5 and 1 and 4.
Anybody you hear or that hasn't taken one?
I didn't take one. I'm a workaholic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Are you helplessly addicted to
100%. All I want to do is help this company.
Right.
I'm not taking any vacation days the rest of this year.
Yeah.
Not one.
You know, that's brave of you.
All right. We say this all the time, but I'm going to say it again. I don't know if we've talked about this 1,000 times on this show.
Yeah.
Or 0. But when I read it this morning, I go, what? So I learned this today. Maybe for the 10th time, maybe for the first. Did you guys know this? After you play 8 years of Major League Baseball,
yes.
Do you know what you get? Do you know this?
No, I don't know.
Zach does.
How cool is
Go
this?
for it.
It's a golden card that gets you tickets to any game you want.
Rest of your life. You get a gold card that gets you free and a guest-free admission to any game for the rest of your life.
Really? That's badass.
Didn't we ask Jeffers about that or something?
I don't know.
I think we did. I think you're right, Sacco. I think you're right.
See, but that's what I'm saying is my memory's terrible. That's why I don't take vacation days. I just want to keep working.
I thought you were going to say like that Chipotle card that a few people have. That would be cool.
Doesn't Matt Burke have one of those?
I think so, yeah.
Or at least I think we asked him once.
There's a McDonald's one too, right?
My wife thinks I have a Cane's one.
Yeah, she does.
You should have a Cane's one.
You should, yeah.
If everything goes right, Ben Maller's playing Initials tomorrow in Las Vegas with us. The Power Trip will be there tonight for a purple watch party at Tom's Watch Bar. That'll be super fun. And then a broadcast live tomorrow, 5:30 to 9 Central Time. But if you're in Las Vegas, swing by Tom's Watch Bar.
New York, everybody.
Open to anybody. Swing by and see us. Bonus, Zach, Hawk, and Sauce, and Ben Maller playing Initials Game 600 with $102,000 up for grabs. That's tomorrow. That'll be super fun.
That'll be great, dude.
See you guys in Vegas tomorrow morning. Sound good?
Oh, I can't wait. I'll see you there. Bye.
To listen back to today's Power Trip Morning Show or to hear previous shows, podcast us on the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.